The Knicks just finished playing the Charlotte Hornets and winning by a score of 129 to 107, and Chris and I are here to break the game down. But before we get into today's video, we just want to remind you that 80% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So please stop what you're doing right now, smash the subscription button, and let's get the subscription numbers up. All right, Chris, what's up, my boy? I'm going to bring it right to you. Tell me what you liked about the game, what you didn't, wherever you want to go.
I liked everything about today's game, Dariel. Honestly, obviously the Hornets are not the best team that you are going to see the Knicks play all year. But once again, a tremendous game by the New York Knicks where their offense looked tremendous. That defense was the same. And all three of the Knicks' top three players, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and RJ Barrett, balled out. When Brunson was first signed, people were calling those three the mid three. Now they're all scoring 20-plus points per game once again. And RJ Barrett, as per usual, has been the best player on this New York Knicks team. Had by far the highest plus-minus of any starter. The second highest was Jalen Brunson at plus 13. RJ Barrett was plus 26. He was double that. His defense looked amazing. He got an awesome block. Went 4 for 6 from 3. 9 for 16 from the field. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 24 points, obviously. Tremendous game from Barrett. Great game from Brunson in limited minutes. Great game from Julius Randle, limited minutes. And then also Emmanuel quickly came off the bench and looked like that sixth man of the year that we know he can be.
Facts. No, Quickly's looking crazy coming off the bench this season. Yeah, him and Barrett are having a great start to the season. Listen, man, I know this is a Knicks channel, but man, I gotta get some like just stuff out of me. Yo, why are the Charlotte Hornets such a trash organization, man? I don't get it.
I was watching this game, and all I could think whenever I was like kind of analyzing the Hornets was this team cannot play basketball when LaMelo Ball is off the court. They have no offense. They don't know what they're doing. They all look lost. Gordon Hayward's playing in a completely different offensive system than everyone else on the team. PJ Washington missed every single shot that he took with the exception of 1 3. The team just has no idea what they're doing. It's similar to how I feel about when Tibbs is not calling anything. It's a freelance offense, except the Hornets have LaMelo Ball, who's just trying to do his own thing, and it's sort of successful. Then he steps off the court, and this team cannot score. They have talent, but they just don't know how to use it.
I was telling you, I was like, I'm interested to see this Charlotte Hornets team because they seem to always have the talent. They have like lengthy players on like the perimeter. They have good bigs, Mark Williams. They have good bigs, but I don't know why they can never put the talent together. I mean, Jordan's not the owner anymore, so we can't really like say that Jordan's a bad owner. He doesn't make great picks, yada, yada, yada. So, but like, I don't know what it is, man. And then LaMelo Ball, are we sure he's a good basketball player? Are we sure? Because he's been for in the league for what, like 3-4 seasons now? I want to say.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he a good basketball player, or is he just a good numbers, bad team kind of guy? You know, like where you just put up great numbers, but your team success is just like so little. And I don't know, man. The Charlotte Hornets, I'm just like, you guys have the talent. I want to see you guys just be competitive in the Eastern Conference, but every year it's the same thing. You guys are just like maybe hovering around 500, but more than likely you're not really hovering over 500. You guys have the talent, but you guys can't put it together, and then you end up somehow making it to like the play-in region of the season at the end of the season, and then you guys get knocked out. And then it's another season of, okay, we got to see LaMelo Ball. We got to see if he develops. What kind of a point guard can he be? It's just like the same thing over and over, and I'm tired of it. And they hire Steve Clifford again. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like, if you guys going to make a change, make a drastic change, trade LaMelo, or do something with the head coach, or I don't know what it is, man. It's some sort of culture thing that's going on with the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, I have no idea. Obviously, they fire Steve Clifford. They hire James Borrego. And then they fire James Borrego and hire Steve Clifford. First of all, why? Second of all, in terms of LaMelo Ball, if you look at his numbers from today, 32.7 rebounds, 6 assists, 13 for 20 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. It's like, okay, the numbers look great. But shouldn't he be helping his teammates score a little more than he is? Like,
That's what I'm
Nick
saying.
Richards had the second most points.
That's what I'm saying. Is he just a me guy, or is he somebody that's going to be able to make his teammates better? And like we've seen flashes of it, but like we've never seen it consistently. Now, in the defense of Steve Clifford, they did go to the playoffs one year with Steve Clifford, and then they fired him. And like you said, they brought in James Borrego, and it looked like he had the team going in the right direction, but they fired him and they brought Steve Clifford back. I don't know what's going on. Also, in the defense of the Charlotte Hornets, they don't have their full team. Mikal Bridges is still dealing with his off-the-court issues. One of the Martin twins is on the team, and I think he's injured. They have a couple players that are like, important players into the rotation that are not playing. But again, it's just like you guys have the talent, and you guys are just going to be in the same type of conversation of like playing at the end of the season, and we'll see what happens. But again, this is not a Charlotte Hornets channel. This is a Knicks channel, and we like to focus on the positivity. So a W is a W. So now that we got the Charlotte Hornets out of the way, Chris, tomorrow is a big game. We are going up against one of the leaders of the Eastern Conference. We're going up against the Boston Celtics. What are you looking for? Is there anything specifically that you're looking towards the game tomorrow?
I think the thing that comes to mind is how are you going to guard Porzingis, considering that's really what killed the Knicks last time when they were playing the Celtics. Obviously, a very close game, and what it came down to is Porzingis had a tremendous showing against the Knicks. You can't do that again. And what we saw with Mitchell Robinson is that he went up to Victor Wembanyama and said, "You're not going to be a stretch big today. You're going to be doing nothing all night." When the Knicks played the Spurs, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Porzingis, as of right now, is better than Victor Wembanyama, and that he's more used to the NBA brand of basketball. He's not made of twigs because Porzingis has been in the league nearly 10 years now, which is really strange.
10 years, really? Oh my god.
Nearly 10 years, drafted in 2015, June 25th, 2015, my 14th birthday. Kristaps Porzingis became a New York Knick.
That's crazy.
Mitch has to be out there stopping Porzingis. We've seen Mitchell Robinson been an elite defender this year who's not afraid to pick up matchups on the perimeter. Unlike these past few years, he's gotten the fouls under control. That's a huge thing. Also, this game is in Boston. So the Knicks are going to have to travel to Boston. They're probably taking a plane. That's all of a 45-minute flight. The only Knick to go over 30 minutes tonight was R.J. Barrett, who played 31 minutes. And again, he's been the best player on the team this year. He had the best game of any Knick today. Of course, he's going to play the most minutes. But he is so crucial to tomorrow. He's probably going to be drawing Jason Tatum a lot, especially for defensive purposes. RJ needs to be rested. So I'm really, really hoping that Tibbs staggered the minutes enough tonight that the Knicks will not be on heavy legs tomorrow. What we saw against the New Orleans Pelicans when the Knicks were in New Orleans is that first quarter, the Knicks were on heavy legs, and then after that, they played fine. It was basically a back-and-forth game after that, but they gave up a 16-point lead in the first quarter. The Knicks have to be ready for the Celtics to come out swinging tomorrow, thinking, okay, they're on the road, they're coming off of a back-to-back, they just played the Charlotte Hornets. Maybe they're overly confident because they're on a 3-game winning streak. They just got back over 500. We need to hit them early. That's what I'd be thinking if I were the Boston Celtics. If I were Joe Mazzulla, I'd be like, we have to open this fight and punch the Knicks right in the mouth. The Knicks have to be ready. They have to be ready to weather an early storm. They need to put R.J. Barrett on Jason Tatum. I believe he's the only guy in the Knicks who really should be defending Tatum. He's the only one who's got the size, the strength, and the defensive awareness to do that.
You're not putting in Evan Fournier to guard Jason Tatum. Fournier, get out of the doghouse, baby.
That's a good point. I mean, maybe we should throw out Evan Fournier, get him his first NBA minutes this season.
Absolutely not.
Probably not. Maybe we shouldn't, in fact. I mean, here's the deal with Evan Fournier. We're looking at a guy who's getting paid $18 million to have courtside seats to New York Knicks games around the country. That's a pretty sweet deal. Obviously, I prefer if Knicks would trade him for everyone's sake. Fournier deserves to play.
As far as tomorrow, going into tomorrow's game, what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I mean, the Boston Celtics, they came into MSG and they smacked them. So what I'm looking forward to, I'm just looking to see how they respond. Like if they get a win, that'll be obviously great, but I'm looking more towards how they're going to respond. Do they look like they're a little mad? Do they look like they let one get away? And I want to see how they go up against the big, I was going to say big three. I need to chill out. I want to see how they go up against, the tandem of Tatum and Brown, the addition of Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and Derek White. I've been keeping my eye on the Boston Celtics, man. I've been watching their highlights, and yo, that tandem of Drew Holiday and Derek White, it's scary. They're just frisky, bro. They're always on the perimeter and just like having their hands on just possessions and they get deflections, and they're just a really scary tandem as far as defensively. So I just want to see how the Knicks react. I want to see Julius Randle, if he's going to be a little tentative. Is he going to be aggressive, or is he going to stay on the perimeter like he's been lately? Oh, also the quote that Julius Randle just came out with, basically telling everybody to relax because he's still recovering from the ankle surgery. So he's letting the Knicks fans like, yo, chill out, stop getting on my back, give it a couple months, and we'll be back in the picture.
And yeah, no, obviously you're right, and Randall's correct. People should not be rushing him. He's coming back off of an ankle surgery. But we do know that there are fans who will never forgive Julius Randle because he's played 2 seasons with the Knicks where he was brutally inefficient, despite the fact that the other 2 have been All-NBA and All-Star seasons. Julius looks more like the normal Julius Randle that we know and that we love. So that is huge. He's going to need to play really well tomorrow. The Knicks, they have one of the few teams that isn't at a size disadvantage with the Boston Celtics when it comes to both small ball and the Celtics' ability to also go fairly big. Because Holiday's a big point guard. Derek White plays larger than his size. But then also with Tatum at power forward and Porzingis at center, there's a weird small ball vibe to the Celtics at the same time. Julius Randle is a good answer for that offensively because there is no correct guy on the Celtics to guard Randle. So he might be the key to the Knicks beating the Celtics tomorrow. I'm really excited to see that game. And also the Knicks get to play the Celtics now that they're in rhythm instead of just coming off of a bad preseason. The Knicks are coming in on a rhythm, 3 straight wins, and now they're going to be playing the Boston Celtics in a game that you know they want. You know they want to win tomorrow. That's a game that they circle on their calendars for sure.
All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. But before we wrap up, I do want to correct myself. I said Mikal Bridges in the beginning part of the video. My boy Chris told me I said Mikal, so of course I want to correct that. It is Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges from the Charlotte Hornets. But if you guys watch this video, we want to say thank you. We appreciate you watching the video. Smash the subscription button, and we'll check you out on the next one. Peace.